Simplifying algebraic expressions with exponents. What we're going to see in this section is that the bases of the exponents are not going to be whole numbers like 5 or 2, but they'll be variables, so x, y, abc, any sort of letter. So we want to be able to simplify these expressions using our knowledge of exponent laws and perhaps also rational exponents as well. Now, it's very important when we simplify, we always want our final answer to have positive exponents only. Now, some advice that I can give you for these sorts of questions. So right here, I have a set of brackets with an exponent of 2 on the outside. I like to fully simplify first before I go to the outside. So start on the inside and then go to the outside is my advice. Now, also within this expression right here, simplify the numerator and then simplify the denominator separately, and then you can do division. Now, right here in the numerator, there's nothing I can do. So x to the power 4 times y to the power negative 3, I can't put those exponents together because they are not the same base. Okay, so remember, exponent laws only work if you have the same base. Now, here in the denominator, we are multiplying this term with this term here. So what I can do is I can multiply the coefficients. 2 times 2 is 4. Now I have x to the power 0. That can be combined with x to the power negative 1. So if I'm multiplying those two, I can add the exponents. So I get x to the power of negative 1. 0 plus negative 1 is negative 1. Then I'm left with y to the power negative 1 because there's no other y variable to combine that with. Now that I've fully simplified the denominator and numerator, so I'm still not going to touch the outside, now I can actually divide this. So what I'm left with here, now 2 divided by 4 would leave me with half. I'm not going to use 0.5 or anything like that. I'm going to keep it as a fraction. So 2 divided by 4 is a half. Now at this point, I can start dividing my variables. So x to the power of 4, I can divide that by x to the power of negative 1. Now, we would subtract the exponents, but what we have here is 4 subtract negative 1. And as we know, if you subtract a negative number, it's like addition. So x to the power of 4 divided by x to the power of 1 is actually x to the power of 5. Now, over here, I can do y to the power negative 3 divided by y to the power negative 1. So again, I want to subtract the exponents, and because I'm subtracting by negative 1, it's the same thing as adding 1, so I'll get y to the power of negative 2. Now, at this point here, I've fully simplified inside the brackets. Now I can go onto the outside, and everything will get this exponent of 2. So half to the power of 2 will be 1 over 4. So the exponent goes with the numerator, 1 squared is 1, and the denominator, 2 squared is 4. X to the power 5 to the power 2, multiply the exponents, is x to the power 10. And then y to the power negative 2 to the power 2, again multiply y to the power negative 4. So this is simplified right now, but again, we want positive exponents only. Now, y to the power negative 4, remember this means that we are dividing by y 4 times. So what I can do is I can put this all together a little bit more neatly. Now, x to the power of 10 multiplied by 1 over 4, that would be written as x over 10 over 4. So I've multiplied the numerator of 1 by x to the power of 10. Now, y to the power negative 4, remember what we would do is flip the base or make it the reciprocal. So in that case, it would just go in the denominator. So we'd have 4y to the power 4 in our denominator.